Welcome back. All right, so we got 5 more weeks of me probably having to do previews for Sunday on a Saturday night. Man, not gonna miss that when the playoffs start. We're doing power rankings. I have to do those on Saturday nights when the playoffs start either. So we've got 5 games on Sunday. One starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 10 a.m. Pacific, but it's gonna feel like 9 a.m. Pacific because of the time change. So March the 3rd, Edmonton won at home 6-1. So Pittsburgh looking for some measure of revenge. We'll see how it goes. For the Oilers, they're 38-21-3 overall. They're 5-3-2 in their last 10 games. They're 12 points behind Vancouver for first in the division. They're 4 points ahead of LA and Vegas in second place in the Pacific. McDavid in 15 games is their leading scorer over the last month. 2 goals, 27 assists, 29 points. Fogel, who has put up record totals for himself. 15 games, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points over the last month. And on a line with McLeod and Draisaitl, been pretty good. Then on the Pittsburgh front, they're 28-26-8. They're 4-5-1 in their last 10. They're 8 points behind Detroit for the last playoff spot in the East. Crosby, their leading scorer over the last month in 14 games, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. Karlsson has not been what they, I think, had hoped he would be. I think they felt like, all right, we can get back to the playoffs with him, but in 14 games over the last month, he has a goal and 6 assists for 7 points. Then 2.5 hours later at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. So we'll be able to review this game on its own and then probably this one as well. But it's Nashville and Minnesota. I'm wearing Nashville because I want to keep a streak going of wearing yellow jerseys. It's the 4th video in a row that I've done. So I'm recording this before the power rankings. So the first 3 meetings have gone Nashville's way twice. But Minnesota won the first one 6-1 on November 30th. On January 25th, Nashville won 3-2, and then Nashville wins February 29th, 6-1. So Minnesota 6-1, Nashville 6-1. Are we going to see a 6-1 win, or will the 3-2 win show up? So Nashville 37-25-3 overall. They're 9-0-1 in their last 10. Haven't lost in regulation in a while. They're 8 points behind Colorado because the top 3 teams in their division don't lose often enough for them to catch up. They're 2 points ahead of Vegas, so the number 1 wild card currently. Nyquist, the leading scorer over the last month for this team in 14 games, 5 goals, 13 assists, 18 points. McDonough in 14 games, 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. He's a big part of the reason this team is surging towards playoffs. On the Minnesota side, they're 30-27-7 overall. They're 5-4-1 in their last 10. They're 8 points back of Vegas. And I think for Minnesota, they've kind of bowed out of the race. Kaprizov, 10 goals, 11 assists, 21 points in 13 games. Over the last month. Brodin in 13 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. And then at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific, we have the Calgary Flames and the Carolina Hurricanes. Calgary won the first matchup December 7th by a score of 3-2. Flames coming off of a tough loss today against Florida. Now they get Carolina. It does not get easier. They're 31-27-5 overall. They're 6-4 over their last 10 games. They're 8 points back of Vegas as well. Nazem Kadri, 12 games over the last month, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. Kuzmenko's played 10 games, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. And I think Kuzmenko in Calgary is having a lot of the same issue he had in Vancouver. Try to find the exact spot that's going to get the most out of him. Then for Carolina, they're 38-19-6 overall. They're 7-2-1 in their last 10. They're 4 points back in New York atop the division. They're 8 points clear of Philadelphia. So pretty clear they're going to finish 1 or 2. They will have home ice in the playoffs. Necas, their leading scorer over the last month in 13 games, 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Shea in 13 games, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points, but he also has a plus 12 over the last month, which is easily the best on the team. So Brady Shea's played really quite well for them. Carolina and Florida, both of them with defenses that at the start of the year we might have been thinking, well, I don't know, this guy. Anyways, Shea has been fantastic, sort of like Forsling's been ridiculous with Florida. Pro scouts are pretty good for both of those organizations. Then at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, we have the Arizona Coyotes and the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm excited too. October 30th, it was an 8-1 win for Arizona. March 5th, it was a 5-2 win for Chicago. Arizona 26-33-5 overall. They're 3-6-1 over their last 10 games. They're 18 points back of Vegas for that final playoff spot. Michelli, 15 games, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points, has been their leading scorer over the last month. Clayton Keller in 11 games, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points for him. On the Chicago front, they're 16-43-5 overall. They're 2-6-2 over their last 10 games. They're only 38 points out of the playoffs, so fingers crossed. mathematically eliminated? I don't think they are yet. So maybe, right? If they win every single game and everybody else ahead of them, no, it's not going to happen. Bedard, the leading scorer over the last month in 11 games, 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points, but he's also a minus 15. Rough month. Seth Jones, 12 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, and he's a minus 11. So that's how the month's gone for Chicago. We'll see how things go against Arizona, a team they beat recently. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific's the last start, so at least it'll be done early tomorrow. The Islanders in against Anaheim. The Islanders won the first meeting December 13th by a score of 4-3. The Isles are 28, 20, and 14. They're 6-2 and 2 in their last 10. They've won 5 in a row. Do not take the Anaheim Ducks lightly. They're 2 points back at Detroit, the Islanders. Detroit, of course, lost tonight, so if the Islanders win tomorrow, right? And they're 4 points back at the Philadelphia Flyers. Nelson, 11 games, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points for Brock Nelson. Anders Lee, 11 games, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. He's been scoring at a better rate lately. On the Anaheim side, they're 23, 37, and 3. They're 4, 5, and 1 over their last 10. So still, 4 wins out of 10 is not bad for Anaheim. 26 points back of Vegas in that final playoff spot. Vetrano in 12 games, their leading scorer, 7 goals, 5 assists, 12 points. Gustav Lindstrom's been a good addition for them with 3 assists in 9 games, but he's a +7. That's remarkable to be a +7 on the Anaheim Ducks over a month. So good on Lindstrom for putting up some good defensive numbers. Maybe he's getting back to how he looked his first call-up with the Detroit Red Wings all those years ago. We'll see. Let me know your picks in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.